let's just jump into the presentation as well, because the Q&A is such a powerful part that we want to get to it as quickly as possible. Now, I really wanted to do this webinar for this concept specifically. And this concept is what I call, and I was at a party a couple weekends ago, and a friend of mine said this sentence that I've never heard before. And so I decided to adopt it, and I'm going to trademark it so he'll never be able to use it again. But one person's ick is another person's yum. And this is something that I wanted to communicate is my experience as a matchmaker, because I did not realize this until after becoming a matchmaker dating coach. So I wanted to give you a little bit of an outline and example of what I'm talking about. We have a man, we'll call him a matchmaking client, okay? Matchmaking client number one. And now we don't, of course, show them 7 women, but say I were to show him 7 women's profiles in the Book of Love. And I ask him, okay, based on these 7 women profiles that I think you're compatible with, I want you to pick your top 2, like your top 2 favorite, and I want you to pick your bottom 2 favorite, okay? So let's say he does this, and let's say he picks client 5 and client number 2 as like his preferred client. It's like, yes, I really want to meet her, okay? And then he picks client number 1 and client number 4 as his bottom. They're my least favorite. You know, they're great, they're lovely gals. They are just not my yum, basically, okay? So we'll put them in that category. Now, say, for example, I have another client, another male client, completely different, client number 2. He comes in, and I have that same group of women, those same 7 women, and I ask him to tell me your top 2 favorite and tell me your bottom 2 least favorite women, based on your ick to yum. And he will then choose client number 4 and client number 3, client number 5 and client number 7. What blows my mind every single time is that one person's bottom can be another man's like, that is my dream woman. And the one man's dream woman can be another man's, she's not my type. You know what I mean? So I really wanted to bring this concept to the front with you, because when I was out dating, and say, for example, I didn't get a match, or I got rejected, or I didn't get asked on a second date, or someone said I wasn't a good romantic fit, or someone says that I wasn't their type and they're not attracted to me, I would take that all completely in to me, and I would say, I'm too big, I'm too loud, I'm too intimidating, I'm too successful. It's because I'm a matchmaker dating coach. It's because I said this one thing on this date. It's because, you know, whatever it is. It's because I have blue eyes instead of brown eyes. All the brown eyed girls are so beautiful. You know, I took that inwards, and that would like cripple me for a long time, like maybe, and it would prevent me from going out there and meeting the guy that says yum when he sees me, okay? And so that's what I wanted to communicate with you guys. And it's so funny because I could have this female client's profile, and I could show that, and all the women that are in the Book of Love, you know that I'm showing usually the women's profile to the men first, mostly because of this theory in general. Men just look and they know very quickly if she is his person or not, or he is interested to see her or not. And so we show the men, the females, the woman's profile first. She could be rejected by like 5 men. And, you know, in my early stages of matchmaking, I would, you know, okay, maybe I won't show her to the other guy that comes in that they're really compatible with, because she was already declined by, you know, these 5 men. So, but then what I realized is I could send her profile to one guy, and he's just like, that is my dream woman. And this happens on a weekly basis, okay? And so one thing that I wanted this to really, I was gonna do this at the very end, but I wanted to start this seminar with this is just because you are not someone's type means that you don't need to spend any more energy on them. It has far less to do with you than you think it does. And so I want to go into, you know, what this theory means to me. And it means to me, number one, if you're rejected because you are not his type, it doesn't mean you are undesirable. It really, truly doesn't. We are not everybody's type, just like not everybody is our type. And it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It doesn't even mean that they're unattractive. It just means that they're not our type. And we don't want to put our energy into that. And men are allowed to do this as well. Number two, do not waste your energy on someone who isn't into you. Your time and energy is better spent looking for someone that goes yum when they see you. And again, for some reason, we make the men a villain for not wanting, for us not being their type. It doesn't mean that he's a bad guy either. It just means that we're not his cup of tea, and therefore he's not our cup of tea, and vice versa. If he wasn't our cup of tea, he shouldn't be pursuing us anymore either, because that's just a waste of energy. Okay, so I, as quickly as possible, want you all to figure out if someone is into you, and they know very quickly. I want you to find out as quickly as possible if they're into you, and if they're not, move on. Move on and take your energy elsewhere until you find someone that's like, yummy. Okay. I found my yummy, and my life is so much better walking into every room and knowing that he's saying yummy. Okay. And it was not spent chasing after people where I was his yuck. Okay. So trust me when I say there's nothing you can do to change a man's mind once he's determined you are not his type romantically. There was a question in one of your questions saying, how do I go from friend to romance? You can't. You cannot go from friend to romance with a man, because he has determined very quickly when he first met you that that is not going to be romantic, and he puts you in the little friend. I don't even like the word friend zone, but he has determined that you're going to be friends. There's nothing you can do. He's determined it already. So it's better to take your energy elsewhere. Sean, do you agree with that? I might be just spouting craziness, but
No,
do you
no,
agree?
I was waiting to jump in here. Because I 100% agree with what you're saying. I always say to clients that, nature has taken care of attraction already. So if someone's not attracted to you, there's nothing you can really do to change that. More so on for men, and that I'll get into. Um, I find, and one of the things of working as a dating coach and working with both men and women is the one thing that you learn, and through, as you know, Geneva, through our courses that we teach about attraction, and we teach about, and it's very the male mindset and the female mindset, and what is attractive to a woman is different from what is attractive to a man. Like, men are attracted differently. You were talking about, someone's, ick is another one's young person young. I can straight up say, like, I mean, my best friend, who's also, my gym partner, like, we'll be at the gym, and, hey, guys do that, they'll check out girls at the gym, and every once in a while he'll point someone out, or even anywhere. We can be at the beach, we can be anywhere, and he points someone out, and 9 times out of 10, every single time, like, oh yeah, no, she's not my jam. And all of a sudden I'll point a girl out, and he's like, yeah, no, not my jam. So that right there, and I mean, we are, if people say that, me and my best friend are like the same person, it would, yeah, we have the same interests, we like to do the same thing, all those different things, which is why we're best friends. But when it comes to what we're attracted to, it's something completely different. And the number 4, where it says, here, that you have here, is that men are visual. They know instantly who they are attracted to, and want to pursue. That's 100% true. Men are very visual, and it's funny how we are. They can, like, we'll go into a room, and there will be, 100 women in the room or whatever, and all of a sudden a girl catches your eye, and that guy instantly knows that he's attracted to her. He will, or he'll see a girl walk by there's a funny thing about the girl walking by the street, and the guy will say, oh my god, that is my future wife right there. He hasn't even met her yet, he hasn't even said 2 words to her yet. He and but it's his dream girl. Like, oh yeah. So that's why, like, when you talk about, yeah, doing the matchmaking and showing the picture to the guy, because a guy knows instantly if he's attracted, if he's going want to pursue. I see it so many times. I've been guilty of this. I've been guilty of going to going somewhere and getting a girl's number, being like, who is that girl? I need to talk to her. Go up, get her number, and and then all of a sudden I'm leaving the place, and I'm doing backflips, like, oh yes, whatever. And guys are, and guys are like this, and we're already thinking about, oh geez, what our life is going to look like together, and what, even, what our, yeah, kids look like, and this, and you had, all you got was a number and like a short, like 5-10 minute conversation. You don't even know her yet. Where, so that's, a lot of times what I try to teach, because like females, it's a lot different. It's, confidence is attractive. It's very, how you hold yourself, all those different things. It's not so much with males. It is, but in a different way.